I have an island hopping addiction, and before I started traveling Asia, I had no idea that it was so jam packed with islands and amazing beach destinations. So today I'm going to show you 19 different islands that I've been to in Asia, and I'm going to rate them. And I'm going to be as honest as possible in case that you want to go to some of these places. Let's get right into it. First up, we have Okinawa in Japan. Okinawa is the Hawaii of Japan. It's got so many great beaches. It has caves, it has historical sites, and it has a really interesting mix of Japanese and American culture because there's American military bases that have been there for a long time. In addition to that, it's got the city of Naha. When I went to Okinawa, there was a really cool festival going on there called the Naha Tug of War Festival. You had thousands of people lined up in the streets playing a gigantic game of tug of war. You had performances, people selling food and liquor in the streets, and it was just like a really great time. I really enjoyed Okinawa. I highly recommend it for anybody looking for a beach destination where you can still get a little bit of that Japanese culture too. I'm putting it in the A tier. Next up, we have Koh Tao in Thailand. Koh Tao is a lot of fun. It's been growing in popularity for a while because of its nightlife. It's really awesome beaches. A lot of people go there for scuba diving. You can also do snorkeling. Personally, one of the coolest things that I did in Koh Tao was take a boat to a place called Koh Nang Yuan, which is a group of 3 little islands connected by sandbars. And it's just an amazing place for a photo op. Great place to spend the day at the beach. I really enjoy Koh Tao. I think the only downside of Koh Tao is that it's so popular now that it gets a little bit overcrowded. So if you don't want to deal with that, Koh Tao might not be the place for you. I'm going to put Koh Tao in the B tier. Next up, we have Cebu Island in the Philippines. Cebu is a really big island. And most of the great things to see and do are actually in the south. There's really nice beaches there. There are waterfalls. You can see sea life. You can also go canyoneering, which was my personal favorite part about Cebu. This was a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I would highly recommend anybody to do if they're going to Cebu. There's so much to do and see in Cebu. However, it is about a 3-hour drive south from the Cebu City Airport, so just be prepared for that. I really liked it and I had a good time. I'm going to put Cebu in the B tier. Next up, we got Koh Phangan in Thailand. This is the infamous party island in Thailand, famous for its full moon parties. These are really fun. There's going to be thousands of people out on the beach. There's fire, there's people selling drinks, there's dancing, there's DJs. This is an incredibly unique experience for anybody who wants to go to a beach party in Thailand. Now, in addition to that, you don't have to go to Koh Phangan just to party. If you're there when it's not a full moon, it's actually a totally different place. It's very relaxed and calm and peaceful. It still has tons of great beaches, and it's a pretty big island. So I recommend you grab a motorbike and go explore. It's definitely worth it. I had a blast in Koh Phangan, and I would highly recommend it. If you're a little bit older and you want to avoid the party crowd, just make sure not to go there during the full moon. So I'm putting Koh Phangan in the B tier, maybe a B+. Really solid spot. Next up, we have the island of Bali in Indonesia. Bali is very well known at this point for its beaches, its surfing, temples, party scene. There is just so much to do and see in Bali. I really loved it. I love the culture. I love the beach. One of my favorite things that I did there was I went to this monkey sanctuary in Ubud. Bali is just jam-packed with fun things to do and see. The drawbacks are that certain places in Bali are totally overpacked with tourists, so try to pick the right time. So if you want to avoid the really touristy stuff, probably skip Kuta, skip Canggu, go to the Bucket Peninsula. That's probably the best of Bali. I'm going to put Bali in the A tier. I think it's still worth going. Next up, we have Takatomi Island. This is a tiny little island that is off the coast of Ishigaki, which is in the Okinawa island chain. Unless you're looking for something really slow paced, maybe you're a more elderly person, I wouldn't really recommend Takatomi. There's not a ton to do there. There was one cool beach that I went to, and it was, beautiful water, but you couldn't even really swim in it. And there's really not much to do on Takatomi. There was a museum with some historical stuff. It is set up for tourism, but it's a very slow-paced place. So if you're a young person, you're looking for fun things to do, I wouldn't really go to Takatomi Island. I'm putting it in the D tier. Sorry, guys. I think it would be a nice place for someone to live a quiet life, but there's not a lot going on there. All right, next up we have Koh Rong in Cambodia. This is one of my favorite islands in the world. The beaches there are just absolutely stunning. White sand, blue water, and these beaches are not overcrowded. It's crazy how nice the beaches are and how few people are on them. There's a bunch of different beaches scattered around the island. There's a few interesting towns as well. You can also go for a hike. I saw a snake while I was hiking up to this waterfall. There's some parts of it that are more catered to tourists, but a lot of the island has this very rural, chill vibe to it. It's definitely not an overdeveloped place. I found Koh Rong to be complete paradise. It's also very cheap. The people are really friendly. I would highly recommend this place to anybody. I'm putting Koh Rong in the S tier. All right, next up we have Siquijor. This place is an amazing mix between being discovered and kind of undiscovered by tourists. It definitely attracts a backpacker crowd, but it's not overly developed for tourism. There's lots of cool places to go and things to see, but it's not overdone with the tourism. There's a lot of beautiful waterfalls, lagoons to swim in, really nice beaches. There's sea life at the beaches. I saw fish, I saw turtles, really nice waterfalls and junglescapes everywhere. This is a really ideal spot. I highly recommend Siquijor. I can't say enough good things about it. It has a good nightlife scene as well, if you're looking for that. This is the perfect place to spend a week with your friends, zooming around on the motorbike, going to the beach, going to waterfalls, going out at night, having a good time. Definitely go to Siquijor. I'm putting Siquijor in the A tier. All right, next up we have the island of Sri Lanka. Yes, this is an entire country, but technically Sri Lanka is an island. I had an amazing time in Sri Lanka. There's great beaches to go surfing, animals to see just about everywhere, but especially in the south of the country. I would highly recommend going on a safari. You can take the train from city to city. You can see historical sites, go on hikes. Sri Lanka is an amazing place. Nobody should skip it. I wouldn't say the food is the greatest, and the people are interesting to say the least. I'm putting Sri Lanka in the A tier. I really enjoyed it. Next up, we have Koh Samui in Thailand. This is a really popular spot. I think out of all the islands in Thailand, this is probably the best place to bring your family for a nice beach vacation. It has great beaches, warm waters, great place to just kick back and have a mango smoothie. You can do water sports activities. I would say it's not as exciting or party-oriented as some of the other places in Thailand, but the beaches are top-notch, nothing to complain about. I'm putting Koh Samui in the B tier. All right, next up we have Bohol in the Philippines. Bohol is full of great waterfalls, has some nice beaches. There's cool old churches scattered around the island. It's actually a really big island, so it would take you a long time to explore the whole thing. But it's great if you want to rent a motorbike and go around Bohol, see the sights. The two things that everybody goes there for are the Chocolate Hills and the tarsiers, which are these tiny little creatures that people go to see. Both really unique, spectacular things to see. Bohol has this kind of rough, rural vibe to it. I had a great time. I think that For the average person, it might be a little bit adventurous, but it's totally worth going to. I would put Bohol in the B tier. Next up, we have Panglao. Now, Panglao is in the Philippines. It's a smaller island connected to Bohol. This is where most people go and stay if they're going to do a larger trip exploring Bohol. And most people stay in this area called Alona Beach. Now, Panglao, it's a good place to post up because it has a lot of amenities. And if you're exploring Bohol, this is a good place to start. It's a good place to hang out. Personally, I think the beaches are just kind of okay there. I don't think like Panglao as an island is like a must do. I think the stuff in Bohol is a lot more interesting than Panglao itself. But if you want to do the Bohol trip, then Panglao is a decent place to stay. I'm putting Panglao in the C tier. Alright, next up, this place is also another one of my absolute favorites, Ishigaki Island. This is another island in the Okinawa island chain, but Ishigaki is actually closer to Taiwan than it is to Japan. It does belong to Japan though. Now this place is very tropical, rural, not too developed. It's quiet in a lot of places, but it is just full of the most stunning beaches with beautiful reefs. It has that hot tropical weather. I had an amazing time in Ishigaki. There really is no place like it. The only thing that I can compare it to is like Maui in Hawaii. I really enjoyed swimming and snorkeling in that area. I went to a really cool place called Blue Cave, which is this cave off the coast of Ishigaki. I found some cool waterfalls. It's an awesome place to explore. You still have a little bit of that Japanese culture, but it's actually it belongs to the Ryukyu Kingdom, is the original culture of these islands. It's a really interesting place, really fascinating, really beautiful. I'm putting it in the S tier. Alright, next up we have Mindoro in the Philippines. I went here to go scuba diving to get scuba certified in a place called Puerto Galera. There's not a ton to do in the surrounding areas. I saw a beautiful waterfall there. There's some nice water. It was a good, chill place to get scuba certified. I did see some good, some fish, some starfish down there. It was a good time, but overall, there's not a lot going on. The beaches are not that nice. I wouldn't really recommend it if you're going to the Philippines. There's just so many other places in the Philippines that are more interesting than Mindoro. So I'm going to put Mindoro in the C tier. Next up, we have Phuket in Thailand. Phuket is technically an island. It is chock full of amazing beaches. It is very touristy. There's a lot of partying going on. But in general, it's just full of activities. One of my favorite things that I did was I went on a jet ski tour around the islands surrounding Phuket. And that was absolutely incredible, totally unforgettable. And they'll also take some cool pictures of you. Some people think Phuket is too touristy, but I really enjoyed my time there. I'm putting it in the B tier. Next up, we have Hong Kong Island. Now, Hong Kong is made up of the mainland and a bunch of different islands around it. Hong Kong Island has Central Hong Kong, which is kind of the more British side of it. It has amazing food, great places to go shopping. This is not your typical like beachy island, although there are beaches in the area. It's not what most people go to Hong Kong for, but it's a one-of-a-kind place with the mix between Chinese and British kind of international culture. I had a really good time there, and I think most people would also have a good time there. I'm putting Hong Kong in the A tier. Next up, we have Tokashiki Island. This is a smaller island off the coast of Okinawa. I really enjoyed this place. It's smaller and there's not as much to do. People mostly just go there for the day. It has one of the most beautiful beaches that I've ever seen in my life. It is absolutely pristine. I went swimming in the water. I saw turtles. I saw fish. It's really nice. You can also go for some hikes around there. It's not really a place that I would say like stay there for a long time. It's more like a great day trip. I'm going to put it in the B tier. Next up, we have Koh Phi Phi. This is another famous island in Thailand. It's one of the most visited places in Thailand, maybe even the world. For good reason. It has amazing sights to see. You have Maya Bay. You have the surrounding islands. It's a really stunning place to view. It's a really great place for nightlife and parties. There's cool beach parties every night. The downside is it's very touristy, so if you don't like crowds and you don't like being around that, this is not the place for you. But it is really beautiful. I think it's worth the trip. I'm going to put Koh Phi Phi in the B tier. And last but not least, we have Coron in the Philippines. This is one of the highlights of the Philippines. Coron is just blessed with beautiful lagoons, amazing scenery. It's got a very chill, islandy feel to it. It's more rural. There's not a lot of people there. At certain times of the year, there are going to be a lot of tourists, but in other times there won't be. It is a must visit. If you're going to the Philippines, do not skip Coron. In addition to that, you can go on a boat trip from Coron to El Nido. I went on one called the Tao Expedition, and you go from island to island. You spend a few days hopping on and off a boat and going on these deserted islands in the area. It was absolutely beautiful. Definitely don't skip Coron. This was one of my favorite places. I think you'll really love it. I'm putting it in the A tier. So that does it, guys. That's 19 islands in Asia. Do you agree? Do you disagree with my opinions? I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.